What's going on, guys? Digidesdan here, back again with another pickup video for you. It's another week, and I'm going to say it regardless. If I did find anything, it's been great. This week was filled with pickups that were a little bit more uncommon. If you have been following me, you do know that I love memorabilia, I love Club Nintendo things, I love promotional items, and I was able to find a few this week. I was able to get a few cool imports, kind of cool imports from Taiwan, thanks to my significant other's sister-in-law, and a few other games I've been meaning to pick up. So without further ado, I'm going to get right into it, and then you'll be able to see what I grabbed this week. First thing I want to start off with is just a retail find. Nothing too crazy, but it is an extremely great game. It just came out not too long ago. It is Super Mario Odyssey. This game is fantastic. Everyone's raving about it. It's a lot of fun. It's a great 3D Mario game. Very novel. Lots of different mechanics that you can play in lots of different levels, and there's a lot of replayability. So far, I'm not too far into it, but it's a lot of fun. It's very charming. Like if you can play this game without smiling, there's probably something wrong with you. The cool thing is it came with this Super Mario Odyssey coin, and this was a pre-order bonus from Best Buy. Ordered it from Best Buy because of this coin, so very cool. Like I mentioned, it is a promotional item, came with the game, and I couldn't resist. Next find is a Value Village find. There's actually not a lot of thrift finds this time, just this one. It is a bag of plushies, and the cool thing is, it was not only was it $3.90 or $2.99, they are Tamagotchi plushies. Look how funny that guy looks, and that guy is probably a little bit more recognizable. Let me pull him out. Alright, and here we go. We have this guy, I don't know his name, and then we have this guy, and I don't know his name. As you can see, it's got the Tamagotchi little tag on it, and these are actually from 1998/1997, I don't know. Back when the Tamagotchi first came out. So it's pretty cool to find these. These are probably my two favorite characters from the Tamagotchi franchise, and it's pretty cool to have them as little plush bean bags now. Alright, the next pickup is from a good friend of mine. His name's Naoko, super cool dude. You should check him out on his Instagram account, as well as his website. I'll leave links in the description below, so check those out. But we've traded with each other and worked with each other on multiple occasions, and it's always a pleasure working with him. This time around, he needed a Super Nintendo Classic. I happened to have an extra, and he happened to have something that I wanted, so we worked out a trade, and I just got it in the mail, so it's super cool. It is Snow Brothers on Game Boy. Actually, I'll take it out of the case here. This one's very cool. This is actually probably one of my favorite Capcom games. Maybe not the Game Boy one specifically, but the one on NES for sure. And I've never played on Game Boy, so the Game Boy version's been on my radar. I just never figured that I would come across it as easily as I did. Fortunately, Naoko had it. Caught my eye, and we were able to work out some sort of trade, and he was able to ship this to me very quickly, and now I'm able to have both the Game Boy and the NES version. The only thing left is like the arcade, if anything, but I don't know if I'll get that. Alright, the next set of finds are actually from Half Price Books. If you don't know what Half Price Books is, it's a second-hand bookstore. They also handle media like records, CDs, DVDs, as well as games. And I went to a local Half Price Books, and surprisingly, I found a game that I didn't have, and that I've been looking for a long time, ever since I started collecting. And the thing about Half Price Books is it's a hit or miss with pricing. Sometimes they price, despite their name, half price. Sometimes they price, at market value / eBay or Amazon, or sometimes they price just a little bit below, and sometimes you find really good deals there. So it's kind of a toss-up. You just have to go and check every day. As for this game, it is Harvest Moon: Another Wonderful Life. And this one was $15, which is a great price for this game. And what makes this game so great is it's actually a variant of Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life. And what makes this different is not only do you have pink text here and pink text here as opposed to the blue, you play a female character. So a female protagonist, and you take care of your farm, you harvest things under the moon, which is why it's called Harvest Moon. Don't take that to heart. It's like a farming simulator, essentially, or a life simulator. It's a lot of fun. You can have pets. harvest your crops, you know, build a life essentially around your farm. And this one is a variation of A Wonderful Life, where you play a female character. And I've been looking for this game for a while, and I'm finally able to say that I have it in my collection. Alright, also from Half Price Books, these two things are a little bit cooler. They fall into the line of promotional work or promotional items, and they are VHS tapes. So I'll show you the first one here. This is the Diddy Kong Racing N64 promotional VHS. And these ones were sent in the mail to people so they could preview Diddy Kong Racing on N64 before it came out. So it's super cool. It's pretty short. They're usually about 5 to 10 minutes at the very most. And it's just gameplay. It's people talking about the game, you know, previews of other games, and so on and so forth. They wanted $7 for this. I figured it was in great shape. Its box is in pretty minty condition. The tape itself, the stickers, awesome condition. Definitely worth the $7. As for the second one, we have one that's a little bit older, Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo. Enter the Jungle, November 21st, and that's very timely. We're coming up, you know, during that Thanksgiving time, and this one's a little bit cooler because it is from the Super Nintendo era, as opposed to the N64 era. During the N64 time, they released a lot more of those VHS promotional tapes, whereas this is the only one that I can recall having, you know, a Super Nintendo VHS promotional tape, I guess. If there are more, please let me know. You know, leave a comment. That way I can keep my eye out for more. This one was $10, but cool either way. You know, still in very good shape and very cool to have for the collection, especially for promotional items. Alright, and the last finds for this week were some gifts from Taiwan. So what happened was my significant other's sister-in-law went to Taiwan, where she visited family. And back there they had a lot of old video games that they were trying to get rid of. They're cleaning house, and her brother decided to get rid of all his stuff. They were going to throw it away, essentially. And they asked if I wanted it because they knew that I have this YouTube channel. They know that I collect old video games, that I play old video games, that I really appreciate this type of stuff. So they actually offered it to me and were nice enough to bring it back, you know, in their luggage, you know, despite having a bunch of other stuff to bring back. And they brought it back for me, which was super cool. And I got this big old bag, pretty decent sized bag, of Famicom carts, and various other things. So the first thing I do want to disclose is it came from Taiwan. It's not from Japan. This entire bag is full of counterfeit and bootleg carts. That doesn't change the gesture either way. I still really appreciate it. I love the fact that they offered it to me, and you know, it's really great. It's a lot of fun going through these games and trying to figure out what they are. We got 3 carts here, and these ones are actually for the Sega Saturn. As you can see here, it's a RAM card. It's all in Chinese except for X-Men. X-Men. It's a pretty fun one. As for the rest of the bag, there's a whole lot more compared to this. This is just some of them. The quality of the cartridges themselves are pretty good. They range from something that's obviously a counterfeit to other things that are a little bit more believable, such as, I don't know, maybe this one. I mean, of course, Rockman X2 didn't come out on Famicom, but of course, you know, it's a little bit higher quality. Got Mega Man 7, which never came out on Famicom. It was a Super Famicom game. But yeah, there's just a lot of fun ones here. There's a lot of multi-carts. Lots of crazy things. Grand Mario 3-in-1. And so you have Super Mario 4, which is a Super Nintendo game. Super Mario USA, which in Japan was Super Mario Bros. 2 for us. And then you have MC Mario, which is obviously Ronald McDonald. And I have no idea what that has to do with Mario. Another fun one, Super Bros. 8. It's not even a Mario game, it's just Super Bros. 8. Here's a couple of the more believable ones. Like you have this one. This is Samurai Spirits. These carts are really dirty. You have Dragon Ball Z 2. You know, these look a little bit more legitimate, but by their feeling and their casing, the actual artwork, I know that they aren't. Another one of my favorites here. It's a funny one. It's just Chippendales. I don't know if it actually is Chippendale Rescue Rangers or if it's like Chippendale's like the strip club or something. And yeah, there's a whole bunch more. This is just another stack that was at the bottom of the bag, and I've got a giant pile next to me here. Super cool. Again, they're all bootlegs, but it doesn't matter to me. It's a lot of fun, especially with some of the multi-carts. I want to see what I can do in them, what kind of other games they have in them. Maybe they have, you know, some fun ROMs that never were released around here. Like this one just has Bonk on it, and then it just says Konami 3. Look at that. Yeah, it's just hilarious. Again, I really appreciate the gesture to my significant other's sister-in-law and her brother, and how thankful I'm very thankful to them for just essentially giving me all this stuff. And those were all my pickups for this week. It was a lot of fun, you know, lots of different variations, lots of different things. It's very interesting, you know, it ranged from very good stuff to very interesting stuff. And so that's what makes this week very good in terms of pickups. If you did like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please check out some of my other videos. I got other pickup videos, tips and tricks, gameplay, as well as streams. And with that being said, we'll see you guys on the next one.